Hi everyone, and welcome to Port Waves. My name is Edna Dominguez.
And I'm Vanessa Estrada, Payroll and Personnel Assistant, and together, Edna and I will be your hosts. March is Women's History Month, so we thought we'd recognize the remarkable women who work here at the Port of Long Beach.
These women play pivotal roles in every aspect of our operations, and their dedication and expertise are felt across all of the Port's 21 divisions.
That's right, Edna. Over a third of the Port's team are women, and today we're privileged to have two of them share their stories with us.
They are the Port's Senior Civil Engineer, Erin Alvarez, and Port Security Systems Operator, Liliana Cabrera. Thank you so much for joining me today in honor of Women's History Month. I would like to know a little bit about the journey that led you to where you are now. So would you mind telling us about the role that you do here at the Port, what led you to your careers? And we can start with Erin.
So when I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be a writer. And as I got older, I realized I really wasn't very creative. So it's hard to come up with something to write. So I eventually got into math and science in high school, and a teacher recommended I go into engineering, and I didn't know what it was. So I pursued that in college. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I got through it. But here at the Port, we have a very unique position that I'm in now, where I oversee the written portion of all construction projects. So they're called the specifications. So during the design phase, I have a small team, so we review all of the design documents during the design phase, and what we're looking for is whether it can be bid, whether the city attorney can approve them, and then whether our construction managers can enforce the documents.
And Liliana, what led you to your career?
So from a young age, I knew I wanted to be in the law enforcement field, security field. My family has history in law enforcement. I started working at a retail store. I started at the children's department, and then during our orientation, I met my boss. It was 7 years with him, and he was actually the one who brought me the job bulletin for the Port of Long Beach.
Oh, wow.
And he sat me down. He's like, hey, apply for this job. This is perfect for you. I think you'll be a good fit. I looked at him like, why are you trying to get rid of me? And he's like, it's not like I'm trying to get rid of you. I think this is a perfect opportunity. At the time, I had no idea where the Port of Long Beach was other than Long Beach. I had no idea of the Harbor Patrol. And as I looked at it, it caught my attention. And sure enough, I applied, and I'm happy I did. So right now, I am in charge of the graveyard shift as a lead in the command center. I wear two hats, or our team wears two hats. We do the port side of our job, which is customer service to emergency calls in the port, and we coordinate multiple agencies to help us out and keep commerce flowing. And then our secondary hat is the MCC hat, and this is the Maritime Coordination Center. We house it at the JCC, and the PSSOs run that program along with Border Patrol and Customs and Border Protection.
Yeah, I think it's great that you both kind of found what you truly loved, even though you might have not known initially what you wanted to do. But of course, there's challenges, right, that come with being in a very male-dominated field. How was that like for you? How was that like for you, Erin?
I definitely, in my early career, I was overseeing some construction projects, and there were certainly some male contractors that were not pleased with taking direction from a young female engineer out in the field. But I always had the support of my employers, and so I really don't think I've had anything that stood in my way, even though I was in the minority.
How was that like for you, Liliana? Did you feel it was a similar situation, or how was your experience like?
Well, the security field is just like the law enforcement field. It's a very male-dominated field of choice for a career. But overall, I believe the challenges are different for everyone.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest one was to earn what we call our stripes, earn the trust of not just the department, but the officers that we work with, along with the team that I was working with in the command center. But once I was able to earn that trust and earn it, it was an honor and I work on it every day to keep it.
Yeah, and what would you guys say is the most rewarding part about your job, or what do you guys like to do the most? I know you're in the command center, and then you're working with different contractors and different projects, big projects. What do you think is what is the most fun part about your job?
Well, anybody that works with me closely, they see that I'm extremely passionate about what I do, and they think it's kind of strange because most engineers shy away from the narrative portion of construction project packages, and this is just where I thrive. I really get into being able to figure out the way that the words and the semantics will make the project more successful. I also work with a lot of the engineering bureau and other management to run a specifications committee, and to me that's my favorite thing that I do because it's an opportunity where I have all the managers for the engineering bureau plus managers from other divisions all in one place, listening to the things that mean the most to me here at work, and it's everybody's number one topic during that period of time. And so that to me is really exciting, to get everybody contributing to something that I'm already so passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, and with your position, it's the same way, Liliana, right? You're in the dispatch center. You're still communicating with others, right?
So for me, the most exciting part of the job is the investigative part. I love going through video. Like if something happened in the port and we didn't catch it and there's an investigation going, I like to go through and try to find it and try to piece together what happened. And that's like my passion. I love that. The other part I like, the other hat that I wear is helping out the Border Patrol and the Customs Border Protection with their Maritime Coordination Center. So if I hear something's happening and they let me know, hey, I need this and this and that, I love to coordinate and try to get that help out there to those officers as much as I can.
And what do you both envision for, the future women of civil engineering or security operations? What do you think that looks like for them, Erin?
I don't know that it's going to look very much different. My hope would be that it's not an issue anymore, that nobody notices anymore. One of my pet peeves is when people say something like, oh, one of our lady engineers. And it's like, we're just engineers. We're all engineers. It doesn't matter, who we are, we're all engineers.
Because you don't hear them saying, like, one of our men engineers,
right? Exactly. So that's just a pet peeve of mine, but in general, I don't see it as being a challenge. I think it's a great field. There's so many opportunities within civil engineering. You can go so many different directions.
How do you feel about the security operations
I
field?
totally agree. The same thing. Change is already happening. Even when I started 13 years ago, we had our male counterparts being more encouraging. Other females working in the same division, also encouraging the new ones that are coming in. There's a lot of positivity, and I don't see it changing too much. I just see it growing. There's just so many pathways that you can take in security, or whether you decide to do law enforcement, that the possibilities limitless. Like you could do whatever you want to do, as long as there's a passion for it.
Thank you, Erin and Liliana, for sharing your stories with us. Mark your calendars for Saturday, March 9th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we're hosting our Engineering Open House. Explore opportunities in construction, survey, design, and program management. Engineering professionals and human resources will be available for any questions and guidance. Be sure to RSVP at polb.com/engineersevent.
And don't forget to spread some luck this St. Patrick's Day. Send a charmogram by March 8th to your teammates through the Employees Club.
Be sure to submit promptly, and if you have any questions, please email employeeclubofficer@polb.com.
Gear up for another month of Excel trainings. On March 12th, we will be having Excel Module 3 covering formulas in the AM from 9 a.m. to noon, and in the afternoon, there will be an Excel Module 3 covering data from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Excel trainings will continue on March 19th for Module 4 of formulas from 9 a.m. to noon and from 1 to 4 p.m. covering data. If you would like to attend any of these trainings, please be sure to RSVP promptly. If you're looking to expand your skills in other areas, our learning management system covers hundreds of courses in Microsoft Office and more. Here to tell us about the LMS and how it works is Vickie Gordon.
Hi, Edna, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Vickie. So can you tell us a little bit about what the learning management system is?
Yes, the LMS is a learning management system that allows us to house all of our training in one location, like a hub.
Great. And I know there's 570 courses. Can you tell us a little bit about what courses are covered in there?
Yes, within the LMS or the Learn system, we have professional development, personal development, we have software trainings. We also offer work-life blend courses and inclusion classes.
Great. And when can our teammates take these courses? Is it during work hours or when can they take them?
Yes, they can take them during work hours, but they do need to get approval.
Great. And how about overtime? Is that allowed?
You cannot get overtime. It's not an option. You can't say you're taking this course for overtime.
What about the benefits? What is it for teammates that they get out of this?
The benefits are they can upload their certificates. If you take a training in-house, it's already in the system. If you take a training externally, you can come back and bring your certificate or place your training hours. Because what the port suggests is that each employee have 40 hours of training a year.
Thank you, Vickie. To learn more about the learning management system, email traininganddevelopment@polb.com or visit the Portwise Training and Development page under Human Resources on the employee intranet. Now it's time for birthdays. For the month of March, we would like to wish a happy birthday to Eamon Colleen in real estate,
Kong Neth in security,
Mitch Poryazov in risk management,
Jake Velasco in design,
Shauna Espinoza in executive.
and Donna Blazes in risk management.
Now let's welcome the newest additions to the Port family, Isaiah Goodman, Dimas Rabanales, and David Logan in maintenance,
Inez Torres in communications,
Isai Rosa in port planning,
Shonda Dipp in program management,
Richard McIntosh and Emmanuel Mejia in information management. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Port Waves.
If you have any ideas for future episodes or any feedback, please email us at traininganddevelopment@polb.com.
Port Waves is made possible by your hosts Edna Dominguez
And Vanessa Estrada. It is produced by Chris Berry, Kevin Walker, and Wyatt Lincoln.